we're going to be painting this second orc right here. We got this other plane. We got him ready. He's got some sick scratches. He's got some sick patterns on him. The only thing he's missing is he doesn't got any rust on him. So today we're going to talk about rust. We're going to use RZA Rust and get real. We're going to get icy, as it were. Um, Hopefully everything's working now. Uh, Definitely, I think it is. Thank you, Canada Couples Gaming. Please do a quick refresh if you don't have the stream. I will put out the public service announcement. We did our first Facebook live stream today. Got a panicked phone call from Rob Bear late last night. He was like, "Yo, we got to figure out this Facebook thing." One of our friends, Warboss Doug, was on there streaming last night, so I stayed up all night working on it. Uh, Got something going, and of course, uh, all my settings got jacked over to that. Come in here, couldn't get anything working. Think everything is popping. Looks good. Anyway, like I said, I repeat, no technical difficulties have ever happened in next level painting. If you play the long war drinking game, you know that's worth 3 drinks. Yep, Mike Haspel chiming in. Yo, no doubt. But yeah, we're gonna be trying to do some crazy shit over there on Facebook. You know, they got a live stream tool over there. I don't know how it works. Livestream.com. So first uh, impression of it is they're trying to get me to pay them a lot of money for the same thing that I do over here. So I don't know. I don't know how serious I'm gonna be about that stream. So I'm hoping everything is tight on the stream. I got all my scripts working. You can see the live chat on the screen. That shit's working finally. My goal here is because obviously I'm gonna put these up on Facebooks and Patreon. I want people to like be able to see what happens in the chat so they can participate later on. So do your best not to be an asshole, but I know sometimes it's hard. Yeah, for real, Ironheaded. Facebook, it is all about the money. They're literally trying to become the internet. Like, you almost don't have to leave Facebook anymore. Spiky Bits, catastrophe. Yo, no lie, but it's never a disaster when the cats are involved. Yo, anyway, like I said, refresh the page. I don't know if that even matters at this point. Um, but I guess we'll show off some of the things we've been working on this week. How about that? That always makes me happy. First things first, and I don't even have my trusty tablet out, so I'm going to be turning back to the laptop, literally, or the desktop. I don't got no time for the tablet right now. I got so behind testing that Facebook shenanigans out. Dirty Sheets Mesquites, just ban me now. So, as I said, today is going to be a tutorial on RZA Rust. This is, I think some people might mistakenly call this Ryza Rust, but it's quite clearly RZA, if you know your Wu-Tang Clan members. If you can name even 4 members of the Wu-Tang Clan, I'll send you a sticker. First one to name 4. And Rob, not you. You're not involved. All right, so guys, here's something I'm really proud of I worked on this week. You may have seen some of the pictures on Facebook, but here's our Yu Jing tag. Lights are kind of washing him out a little bit. Let me see if I can get that light looking right. Still, he's a little bit more orange than what you see here. He's definitely got a little bit more flame in him, but sometimes the lights just do what the lights do. We busted our ass all week to paint this guy. It took about 50 hours to paint this model to this level. I got some sick gallery pictures online where it shows some of his oranges off. We got 4 tutorials, studio tutorials coming out this week with this beast in it. I couldn't be more proud of a model. Like this guy just came out so baller. Super happy with that. I think he's called like the I think it's a tag, but he's got some silly name. I don't know what it is. Like I said, he's a little bit more orange than that. He's washing out in the light right now. We're gonna let it ride. All right, okay. People are jumping in. Let's look at the Q and A real quick. Yo, got my boy Cat Couples in here. It's my boy Zeb. He's currently the moderator. He's got sick ass symbols by his name. That's so baller. Um, let's do a quick little roll call. We got Iron Headed. Yo, Iron Headed, you're such a beast. We got yo, my boy Mike Haspel, Rogue 428. We got Spiky Bits, Dirty Sheets McSkeets, Riley Dog 264. Maybe a first time. Ox something 611. Hey Kenny, looking forward to the first time on your live stream. I'm one of your patrons. Ooh, patron spillage, love it, bro. I'm so glad you jumped in. Uh, what to say? Hortong, so sick. Yeah, that's an interesting name. Oh my god. So it looks like we're doing good. So far, looks like the scripts are playing through. Yo, I want a big shout out to my boy Zeb at Cat of Couples Gaming. Yo, he's been helping me hold it down, learn my tech, uh, get everything right on the stream. Couldn't be happier, yo. Community coming together, give me a hand. So let's get this thing started. So we're gonna put our beautiful tag away. Love this guy, but he's gone. And also, I wanted to show you. I forgot about this guy. We didn't. We worked on him a little bit, but I wanted to save. Let me get the light right on him. This guy is this guy's called the Green Baron. We showed you a little bit of him last week. He's based on exactly the same chassis. Also, this is the face we painted last week, guys. You guys remember that orc face we did? Here, let me put him up closer and then get the focus right for you guys, so that way it doesn't blur out quite as much. I'm learning all my tech. So that's that orc face. That's that soft skin tutorial we did last week. There he is right there. He came out pretty fresh. Love this guy. He's a like he they're flying junkers. I mean, they're just beat up compared to the plane. But like it's almost like they made him out of salvage. Love this guy. All right. So this is the plane we're gonna be working on today. Zoom in for you guys. I'm gonna do a beast zoom, even though it might get a little blurry. It's the only way I can work on these guys. All right. So this guy's fun because we did some scratches on this guy. And let me get out an appropriate brush. Here we go. So you guys see, like, we carried over some scratches using some of the scratch tutorials from all the tutorials on Next Level Painting. We got many tutorials showing you how to do these. But what's cool is we did them like crossing over on the metal panels and the red. And then we gave him some wily ass teeth to kind of complement that. And then obviously gave him some checkers on this guy. Trying to make each one unique. We even did the scratches on the window. Same kind of technique. This is a different window technique than the one I showed you guys before. That's all hand blended. Dirty Sheets Mesquite says he grew up on 36 chambers. Me too, brother. All right. So, got the RZA Rust. This is a great color. This is a GW technical color, and there's a lot of ways you can use it. You can get really aggressive with this color. Like, you could just basically dry brush it right on and just go insano mode with it. But you can also do a lot of fun detail with it. So what I like to do is I like to water it down a little bit. Now, you don't have to water it down. Like I said, you can just dry brush this, sponge this on. You can do anything you want with this. This shit is so good. What I'm going to do right here, though, is I'm going to lay some out. I'm going to water it down a little bit. And we're going to kind of like just juice it on there. Is like kind of the technique I think that is the name that people call this. So we're going to get a little bit of water out here. Probably too much. Get that big glob inside this container. We're just going to stir it up in there. And we're going to turn it into kind of like a little hot mess of just RZA Rust. You know what? I'm not happy with this dirty water bottle lid. I thought its structural integrity would hold up, but I was wrong. We're just going to we're going to invent a new ancient Chinese technique on the fly right here. Never seen before on live stream. This is now a painting palette. Look at that. This is a spray paint can lid. That's just like that. Anything can be an ancient Chinese technique if you do it right. So same deal. We're gonna pull some out. Just want something that's not gonna dry it out real quick, and we're just gonna make a little slurry right here. Keep it kind of wet, like so. And you don't need to see that. I'm gonna pull that off the off the side right here. This piece of paper is dead to us. And now we got framed up, looking sick. Let's make sure our focus is fresh. I also got to remind you guys, I think we got everything popping off now. We've got our Twitch alerts popping off, so you guys will get shouted out for any donations. We're doing like the top 10 donations scroll down there, daily support. Just want to remind you guys to use 100% of this money to improve the process. I'm hoping to get new graphic cards, new computers. Eventually, I want to be able to pay somebody to work the control panel, so I don't have to keep turning my head back and forth and keeping things in focus. That should be so fresh. I want to get next level streaming. Anyway, enough of that. Oh shit! Somebody finally just initiated my most excellent Bill and Teddy. Yo, I just want to tell you guys real quick. That soundbite, I spent 20 minutes editing that soundbite in Audacity to get it to work, just to be like that. And I want to thank you, my brother, for donating. And I think I might be getting some live interaction on Facebook right now from Clay Cruz. Clay Cruz, stop talking to me on Facebook and talk to me on Twitch. All right, so what we're going to do here is, you see these big panels, right, Sean? I'm going to take some of this watered down. This is kind of like, this is juicing. And I'm going to put some of this rust in these little bolt holes. And it's not wash, okay? It's not going to act like it was. It's going to dry, and it's going to be very subtle. And you can kind of juice it multiple times, just in those bolts. Just like that. And I can go back and forth as many times as I want. Every stage it dries. And this is such an easy technique to add just a little bit of character to a model like this. And it's not gonna wash anything out. It's a technical effect. It's gonna do the job. We're gonna come in around these bolts right here. And since it's so watery, you can just work it, man. Like you can make, like that, and then streak it down if you want. Like that. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if my light's not washing this out. Maybe I should darken it up. Let's get some yellow light on the scene. Maybe I'll get closer to the camera for you guys. Let's get that focus right for you pimps. Okay, subtle. Like I said, it's juicy and it's subtle. Hold on a second. Let me just get my RZA rust out. Make sure we're still in frame. Okay, so using that watery mix I made before, I got some lumps that are thicker that I'm kind of blending in as I go. And just a little bit of rust, man. Right there. And this is, like I said, this is technical effect, man. It's designed to do this. It's not like you have to overthink it at all. Adds a little bit of character to a model. Now you can go as berserk mode with this as you want. You don't even. Yo, I've gone so beast with RZA Rust, you don't even know, man. Like, I've been like, yo, whole army, dry brush, RZA Rust. And like I said, this technique, I call it juicing. I think that's what other people might call it. And I'm going to get in there wet with it. And I'm just going to start streaking it back and forth like this. Boom, nice little rusty panel. That's a sex act, by the way, the rusty panel. Over here, same deal. I'm going to wipe the brush off. Just like that. Get us some nice little rusty spots. Another sex act, rusty spot. Down here, we started here. I'm going to drop a little bit more in these holes. There it is. Get some nice little rust patterns. And now he's looking a lot different. I mean, look, now let's flip him back over here where he's got no rust on him. Nice pristine orc. Now we're just getting a little bit of subtle wear and tear. And that's just all you need, man, to really add a little bit of character to a model like this. No, I'm not too upset with it. And you can even like go into some of these scratches we made if you want and just throw a little bit in there. But just a little bit. Like, don't go crazy. Because we did so much work on those. Um, we're going to juice right here. Real wet. And then we're going to build it up toward the top. Kind of nice in orange. There it is. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Now we're gonna just look for areas we want to really draw attention to. Now, like in these cracks right here, I'll go a little bit more beast mode. You see, that's not something that's easy to see, but now all of a sudden it created some character in there. We'll drop some rust right here, as you can see. Gives us some fun effects. Here's another one of those areas I was talking about. Right here. I wonder if you guys can see that. Just dropping some off. And like I said, we're going to water it down a little bit. Just like I said, this is the juicing technique. It's so watery, it just kind of does what you want it to do now. A little bit on the wing. Not a big deal. Just chilling under there getting all rusty. Word, word, word. I'm going to finish up this side. I'm going to let you guys talk real quick. By next stream, I hope to have some more features enabled to kind of help answer questions. Looking to probably draft another moderator to help out with things. Zeb can't always be there for me, even though he's an angel. But after I get this side done, I'm going to do some Q&A, then work on the other side. And see, the cool thing is like when you with this technique, it you can keep building upon it. Like this area dried, and now I'm just dropping a little bit more off to really create a little bit more definition there. Same thing on these nuts right here. Oh my god, I get to say so many fun words this episode. Look at these nuts. Uh, let me real quick. Definitely need more than one moderator, my boy Zeb says. I believe you, brother. We're gonna be doing that soon. My goal is to get one stream to go off without any hitches, and then add a moderator every week until everyone's a moderator. How does that sound? Does that work, Zeb? Um, all right. So this pipe right here, I'm gonna come in where it makes contact with the hole, drop a little bit of rust around that, and just juice it back. And then we're gonna let some of that rust sit in between the black of this rubber tubing right here. So we're just juicing it. And I'm not gonna lie, this is hard as shit on camera holding the paintbrush so gangster. Oh my god. There we go. Not too shabby. Black hose up front. We'll drop a little bit around the connection piece right here. There it is. Not too shabby. Getting that rust game on lock. Zeb, are you holding a whole conversation with me through chat? I trust every single one of these people in here. All right. So that's pretty much like first pass of this side right here. Now let me zoom out, come back in fresh, and so I can maybe clear it up for you guys. So this should be a little bit sharper of an image. It's just so hard to paint here. All right, here we go. So you can see all the little rust spots we threw in there. Kept it icy. Not too bad. Said the goal is something like this. You know, just some subtle weathering, nothing too crazy. And that's what I'm going to show you too here in a second. Like, what I did is like I just went in, just did the rust on these bolts right here. See right here, and now I'm going to drag it down like this, and just draw a line between them all, right? And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you this technique real fast. I'm going to get a little bit of, let me see if I can check it out. I got a little bit of black here. And this is kind of like, this is like, I'm not going to wash. I'm going to do something totally different. I'm going to grab a little bit of black and I'm going to grab a little bit of this steel right here. And I'm going to just kind of mix the two into kind of like a dark metal. And I'm just doing that off camera right here. And I'm kind of making something better than a wash for this scenario. I'm just making like a black metallic. And now I'll come back in there and draw a circle back into the hole. And now you kind of just got the rust kind of ringing it and kind of pouring out of the holes. Rust pouring out of the holes. And you keep that definition in those nuts and bolts. You see that? Because you definitely looks better with that definition in there. And that just literally took 1 second. Same thing like if you streak it, if you want to go crazy streaking here, it's the same thing. You know, that's just one technique I've used on many of these panels. Like here's one like where we're streaking back here on these, but I want to bring some definition back in. Here it is. That simple. And now we got a little subtle rust and definition in those bolts. Like this, and you can see like we're basically halfway done with this guy, and we haven't done shit. You know, like it's so easy. Here, let me zoom in real quick and let you guys look at it real quick. I'm gonna go into the Q&A here in just a second. I think Zeb's talking to me. But I respond to him. He gets mad at me. Let's see. Uh oh. We got to do some technical stuff. We'll get to that here in a minute. Let me look at this Q&A real quick. Trying to sit in a way that's comfortable and I can read these things. Okay. We're looking at, all right. I know there's like literally no point to this camera if you guys can't see me. So, okay. Scroll up to the good old Q&A. Dirty Sheets McSkee's talking about the rusty, I want to say the rusty bolt. You got to pay extra for that. Iron Headed. Call your rust effect Dirty Sheets effect. Yep, I'm going to name it after Dirty Sheets McSkeets. It's been seconded and I thirded it, so there it is. Ox D 611. In one of your last episodes, you used a light pink to do some highlighting. What did you do after that to filter? Are you talking about the pre-shading tutorial? Yeah, we just pre-shaded it. We just used the pink as a pre-shade of the red. Like it's just thinned out red applied over essentially white or pink will give you a nice bright red. All this red is pre-shaded over something like that. We got Sublime Silence. Thank you for the white background. The paper really helps focus better on what you're doing rather than a trillion paint splotches. Yo, you got lucky, homie. I only have that white background because I had that sick ass Infinity model out. I was taking pictures the other day. I didn't do it for you. Um, we got Yo, literally, I'm only looking at ones that say at next level painting. So just so you guys know, that's it for Q&A at this moment because it's literally impossible to do both. So if you got any questions for me, like at next level painting that real quick, we can come up with a different tag. You can say at yo dog anything. I don't give a shit. I'll read that. You know, real quick. Let me just bang out this message to my boy Zeb. Because he's going to get mad if I don't respond. You know what I'm saying? Word, word, word. Okay, we got some next level paintings. The Hero of Weird. Not much, no. Dick. I don't even know what you're talking about. Sublime Silence. You might have not done it for me, but that white background is super fresh. Fine. I actually did it for you. The I still don't know what you're talking about, Hero of Weird. I didn't read any of the previous messages. I'm sorry. You might have to keep me updated there. Um, real quick now. What I'm going to show you now is a different way to do the rest. Super easy. Remember how I talked to you guys about how you can just dry brush this shit? Well, that's what we're about to do. I'm going to show you on the exhaust port some sick-ass dry brushing technique. Get our brush out like chon. We're just dipping right in the pot, and we're going to get some just Rizza Rust right out of the pot. And we're just going to dry brush it, man, straight up over this exhaust port back here. Now, I'm going to zoom in for you guys, obviously, so you guys can see what I'm doing here. There you guys go. And look, you can just dry brush this, man. Look at this. For things like this works real well. That simple. And you can go in and you can get a little bit more aggressive if you want. Sorry. That easy. Even underneath, we threw some typhus corrosion under here, dry brushed it with silver, and now we're doing some Rizza Rust. That easy. Haven't finished the patterns on the bottom yet. Working on it, but there it is. That simple. And look how good that is. But, obviously we're not trying to dry brush all over our sick-ass Def Copter, all this sick, fresh paint job, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we're doing the juicing technique on the actual body of the plane. All right, homie. The Hero of Weird asked me, where's that plane from? This is actually puppetswar.eu, puppetswar.com. These guys are an alternate model making company. These guys have donated 5 of these planes. You can see we're doing a Death Star of Death Copters from Ork Army. They're gonna have buzzsaws, aka this guy with a buzzsaw, and they also provide a tri-wing version, like with the almost made of scrap. Like he's like so much more beat up. So we got 5 of these models from Puppets War. Love these models. They're definitely the coolest looking little airplanes I've seen. Especially with that huge intake. And I guess while this is doing its thing, I'm going to show you real quick on the buzzsaw. So here's the buzzsaw bit they provide you with. And I've already pre-drilled these. And I already painted it metal last night and washed it in prep for you guys. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set this thing up too. I'm going to grab my steel. Excuse me, guys. 1 second. Zeb is getting double pinged. We don't know why. We're going to get a little bit of steel out here. Right here. And we're going to just dry brush it on this Death Copter buzzsaw. And we're going to be real streaky with it, man. We're not going like a traditional Space Marine where it's like real clean edges and stuff. We're purposely keeping it kind of wet. Let me get that light right. Let me hold it up closer and zoom out. It doesn't seem like you guys can see any detail that zoomed in on such a small piece. So I'm just keeping it super gangster, man. I mean, like that's like a sloppy dry brush, but that's orc, man. Like it's real streaky, especially when we come back in with our secret techniques. That's simple, right? Now here, the next thing I'm gonna jump the gun. I'm gonna pull out an ancient Chinese technique. You guys may have heard about it. You guys may have heard about it. Typhus corrosion. Wise man once said, when in doubt, use typhus corrosion. Typhus corrosion is so beast. What we're going to do here is I believe this is up. And we're going to take some of this typhus. I'm going to get a smaller brush because that brush is a little big for that task. Get the old Rizzo Rust brush out. And we're going to take some typhus corrosion and kind of just centralize it under that big bolt right here. And now we're going to dry our brush off and kind of just dapple it out like so. Like that. Sorry. I was off screen there. I'll do it again on this side. Around this bolt. And then we're going to just speckle it out. That simple. Little typhus corrosion. What's dope about typhus corrosion is it's textured. And it looks like corrosion. But it does have a texture. So I'm gonna lump a little bit more on top. Just to get that extra just thickness. Because we'll go back and dry brush it again. And it looks fresh when you do that. So there's some typhus corrosion. We're going to let that dry off camera for a little bit. We're going to close this up. I'm going to do bang out some Q&A real quick. I'm going to give you guys Zad Stark the Ripper to look at while I'm answering some Q&A. What a beast. All right. So where we at? Looking at let's go up to Commissar Craig. I think Commissar Craig is our donator today. Thank you, my brother. When you are brush painting, do you only use water to thin your paint? Yeah. I don't use any of the flow improvers or anything like that for paintbrushing. Iron-headed and everyone that wetness are the GW dry paints supposed to be some are pastel, some are robbery. I don't. Yeah, literally, it's not even English. Iron-headed, you can do better than that. Are you playing the long word drinking game on me? The hero of weird says he just apologized to me. Apology accepted. Pretty damn cool. Thank you, hero. The hero of weird. Dirty Sheets Mesquites. I love you, dog. Granite's 79 donation is done through a panel below the stream. You can see all the little options I have down there. One of them is donation. Appreciate it, homie, for even just considering it is a big deal. Hero of Weird. Someone in your chat right now recommended this to me. Ooh, who was it? Thanks for the recommendation. Iron-headed. Add next level painting. Get better at reading. Paste. Rubbery. I'm gonna spell check you right now. I'm gonna go up there. You did say paste and you did say rubbery. All right. I fucked up. All right, my brother. I'm gonna go on to the next stage here. Turn this light up real quick. Let's just show off the Ripper. This is kind of what we're working toward, guys. Anybody new to the stream who hasn't watched us paint this guy? We painted this guy on the stream. This is the Ripper, Zach Stark the Ripper. He's the leader of my orc army. He's a true pimp. You almost can't say that without following up with Who Loves the Pussy. True pimp. There he is. And here's his first Deathcopter buddy. And second Deathcopter buddy. Right here. So now while that Riz of Rust is, or that Typhus Corrosion is drying, we're going to drop a little bit more Rust technique off on this model right here. All right, do we look in focus? I think we do. A lot of moving parts. Yo, literally, I need to hire somebody. Do all this for me. All right. Let's do it, homies. So we're going to juice up on this pipe right here. Always juice the tip of the pipe first. Maybe turn it this way, you can see it better. We're letting the rust kind of just find the areas it wants to live in, almost like a wash. It's like a wash that you do more than once when you do this technique, this juicing technique. Make it a little closer. Get that focus right for you, homies. I feel like I'm a little too bright, just so you that. All right, turn it down a little bit. Getting up in here. Getting someone right here. Just dropping them in, streaking back. We're going to put a little bit underneath this bar right here, touching the body of the plane. The water got caught there and just rust stained the vehicle. Same deal right here. Let's get these bolts. Get those streaks. And we'll come back in later and reestablish the contrast in there. And you can see this is like people are like, oh, it's so much detail. It's like, yo, literally, I'm doing this while looking at the other screen and not even holding the pen right. I mean, the paintbrush right. Like, this is not as hard as you think it is. Or maybe not you guys, but other people. You guys know. You've been around. Let's drop a little bit off in here. You can kind of freestyle with Rust too. You can kind of just do whatever you want. People are like, "Oh, that's not how Rust works, motherfucker." I'm not a scientist. Get out of here. I don't know how Rust works. I don't have a. I'm not a doctor of Rust or Professor Rusts. Give me a good name. People who are experts in Rust. What's their title? All right, not too bad. Let's get that focus right for you guys. Streak it down right here. Juice it. There it is. I said I did that entire stroke looking at the computer screen. I said, you can't do this. I don't even know. Something's wrong with you. Big old tile up here. Same deal. Streak it back. Let's get some here. Something like that. All right, I'm gonna set this down. Look at the Q&A real quick. Make sure we're seeing something interesting. All right, we got a next level painting. It is Ironhead. It says call them oxidizers. Yo, that's clever. It's too clever. I need something stupider. Okay, at a couples gaming. That's my boy Zeb. I was just talking to the hero of weird. Says that Zeb turned him onto our channel. Appreciate it, Zeb, and appreciate it, the hero of weird. Psh, psh. You think Cat a couple is trying to get some YouTube commands working. He's trying to do what he can. He's a true beast. Make sure everything's going off. He might be talking to me in whisper and I have to look. Stream type. I got it. Never mind. Never mind. We're good. Crisis averted. Metallurgist. Metallurgist. I do like that one. Ooh, Granite 79 came in fresh with a donation. Appreciate it, my homie. Let's see if the ticker actually tracks that. I think it tracked our first donation. Um, Want to make sure it does everything. Twitch alerts, don't fail me. Literally, you'll be dead to me. All right, it has gone through. That is, you guys have no idea. I was on the edge of my fucking seat there. I was like, motherfucker, if you don't go through, I'm literally gonna just shut this computer down, smash this screen up. I was gonna be so mad. Rustologist, JS underscore Twitch. You fucking win, homie. Rustologist. I love it. He's got his Rustologist PhD in. Finish that sentence. Um, Garbage men. Dirty sheets mesquites. That's also a good one. Yo, the Hero of Weird. Check out that stream. We're here every Tuesday, homie. Um, Rustologist. Yep. All right. That's a good Q&A. Let me get back to it. I appreciate, like, I do have fun with this Q&A. Who wants to fly to Hollywood and just sit here, fly to Hollywood every Tuesday and sit here and just read this Q&A to me while I paint? Literally, I'll pay you in cheese and pretzels. My boy Ironheaded, one of the most OG veterans of the Long War, just came in fresh with a donation. Appreciate it, my brother. I love you. All right. I just needed to get my nicotine rush. And I'm going to get back to it. Busy, busy. All right, let's get this camera focused on my ugly ass face. All right. Let's get the plane. Looking good. Is this the right side? Is this the side we're working on? I don't fucking know. I do think it is. Let's get our focus right, guys, and then let's bang out some Rustology 101, ancient Chinese technique. Okay. Let's. Okay, so let's focus a little bit heavier right here on this front panel. I want to get a little rust in there. And like I said, the beauty of this technique is now you can look at all the spots you've done and say, you know what, I want it to be more orange. I want it to look a little bit better. And then you just go back in and establish it again. And this is the slow and safe way to do it, okay? This is the slow, safe way to You can just be a beast. You can channel RZA, in my opinion, the leader of the Wu-Tang Clan, and you can just dip right in your RZA rush jar and just say, nah, fuck it. All this. I mean, if you're a master, like if you're a professor of rustology, that's how you would do it. But we're doing the safe style right here. Just building it up, let it dry, build it up again. This way you can kind of just decide, it's kind of like being responsible. Like, oh, thinner, more thin coats. When I first started painting, I was like, man, I don't need multiple thin coats. That's stupid. I'll just do one thick coat, idiots. No, fuck that up. But there is a time and place, turns out, for thick coats. And this is currently not one of them. So getting the nuts and bolts done right here. Let's drop a little rust off down here. Get it between the rib and the red of the plane. Juice it in. Like I said, it's just beautiful because it's like a wash. Then it dries, then it fades away, then you do it again, and it just intensifies every time you do it. It's just a sick technique. I do enjoy this technique. The late great Brandon Palmer taught me this technique, and he's not dead. I just like to say that he's the owner of great painting studio called GMM Studios, Great Matter Musings. He is a true beast. He's probably one of the best in the business, probably best professional painter in the business. He's the one who taught me how to do stuff like this. And you can do this like with just orange paint. You don't even need the rust effect. He had me juicing Reaper Orange Brown, 7 years ago. So it's like now they make this paint. It's so much easier. And the more attention you pay, you pay to it, the better it's gonna look. Going back to the back where we first started some juicing, and we want some more here. Streak it down. Also, guys, come up with a sick name for this guy. I think I'm gonna. Okay, remember last time I asked you guys like, what's a good name for my gang of orcs that are in their death copters? I decided I want to call them the Cloud Wizards or Sky Wizards. Not sure, but I like Cloud Wizards because then I can call like their war boss or their knob that leads them or whatever. I call him Professor Clouds. But come up with a good name for this particular guy. Like, what's this guy's name? The guy with all the scars and scratches on his vehicle. Like, this guy seems like he needs his own name for my orc army. I'll let you guys think about that one for a second before I jump back in the Q&A. Just looking for spots. Just doing a quick little inspection. You can go now. Let me show you this real quick. I'll get close to the camera and change the focus for you guys. Okay, you guys will see, like, this is kind of a loose technique. You guys see all the scratches that were built into the model by Puppets War, where we painted them metal, and then we kind of did a quick little under highlight in a lighter red under them all to kind of create. That helps you create three-dimensional definition. Like, we do it everywhere. Now, we didn't go that subtle because it's orc. We just went gangster. Now, you could throw a little rust in these, but I tried not to because it's going to detract from the simplicity of the effect. So in case you guys were wondering why I was avoiding those spots, that's why. We did paint these bolts on here, so let's juice these down. A little bit of rust up in there. Nice, nice. Let's hit these little... looks like almost like they reinforce it with like plumber's tape, like on a plane. It's like, I'm an orc. I believe it works, therefore it works. Silly orcs. Let's juice right here. In this section right here, and we're just letting it just get up in there, man. Now we're going under this area right. I don't even know what this part of. I don't know. I'm not a sky wizard or a cloud professor, so I don't know what any of these parts are called. Let's look at the Q&A. How's the Q&A doing? Let me make sure you guys see something. We're gonna go back to this buzzsaw. Don't worry, guys. Like I'm gonna do that buzzsaw before we finish today's stream. Don't worry. All right. Let me just always keep the brush clean. This is also my brush shampoo. In case you guys were wondering to quote someone who watches this stream, how do you keep your brushes from becoming a frayed piece of garbage? Get your brush soap game unlocked, guys. Okay, Q&A time while I get some nicotine. Okay. The Hero of Weird says he'll definitely be checking the stream out on Tuesdays. Appreciate it. Ironheaded Tip Jar Link works. Thank you for testing it out with some money. I appreciate it. Think we got some new scripts working. Zeb, you're such a beast. Ironheaded at Next Level Painting. You got a part of my last commission tip as your tip. Thanks for the stream and inspiration to get better. Your time management skills are the best. You know why that matters that you said that, Ironheaded? My girlfriend, Bonet, she thinks I have the worst time management skills. She's like, you need to learn how to juggle your time better. You don't know anything. I was like, woman? Let me just make sure she's not. Okay, she's not here. Word. I was like, you know what? Like, she's literally standing by me. I was like, woman? And obviously, I didn't say woman. Like, she would have beat me down. But I was like, I feel like I do a lot in the right amount of time. And, like, I figure out how to juggle these things. And I appreciate you noticing that, Ironheaded. I work hard at it. Sublime Silence, you don't even need someone to be there reading it for you. You could just get a secondary guy to stream with you via either Team Pack or Skype call, and they shouldn't be. Uh, me and Zeb Katic, the moderator, we talked about that. We're just worried about the 15-second delay and if it's even appropriate. Dirty Sheets Mesquite's coming in. I appreciate that point though. Dirty Sheets Mesquite's coming in. More technical and precise, like inspect the deck. Wu-Tang, inspect the deck for real. Sick. I haven't heard that in so long. I appreciate it. Uh, the Hero of Weird, next level painting, of course. Most likely my comments on your videos too. LOL. Long Duck Dong 81, good name. What paint color are you using again at next level painting? We're using RZA Rust from the 36 Chambers line by Citadel Paints. This is the dry RZA Rust. This is a technical paint. This is baller. It pairs with Typhus Corrosion. Super sick. We're gonna show you guys a little bit more here in a second. Let me I'll run a little bit long on this if I have to show you guys this technique. Let me make sure that Typhus Corrosion is dry. It needs a few more seconds, a few more minutes, so we'll keep that Q&A flowing. Canada Couples Gaming just donated money. I feel like I'm gonna have to refund you that money. About to refund you that money in beer and crackers. Appreciate it, Zeb. I know that was your lady, though. Let's go up to Absinthe 624. Whoops, missed 3/4 of the show. No worries. We're going to run a little bit late. Um, Sublime Silence at Next Level Painting says the Rusty Ravager as the name for my boss. That's a good name. Orcus Erectus from Haspel knows that I'm going to immediately like something to do with erections. Iron-Headed Snoopy Slayer with the Red Baron. Oh, that's a good one. Haspel, Iron Beagle. How you feel about that? We got Jared B coming in. Fasta Blasta. We got Ox 611 coming in with Buzzer R's. I'm not sure how to say that in the way that it's funny. Looks like we might have had a lag spike. I'm sorry for that. Jared B coming in. Are any technical pinks you don't like? No, I like them all, man. They're all good. All the technical pinks kick ass. Ox D611 and next level. Sorry, I meant Buzzer Boys. Bows. Buzzer Bows. I like that. I'm just going to change that to Buzzer Balls. I'm with that now. Kata, your message definitely popped up, Zeb. I definitely saw an excellent Cat of Couples. Um, is this the same as a digital nut tap? Yes. Rogue 428, aka Mike Haspel. This has to be Iron Beagle now. Yes, agreed. Buzz your houses. We got Allure 34A. Any tips on getting a glow effect? I've seen some really neat Skaven models that had the warpstone appear to glow, but not sure if you would look well for an entire model. I'm working on some poltergeist from Alpha, and it's called OSL, Object Source Lighting. It's hard to do on a whole model because you need things around the object source light to accept the glow, to receive the glow in order to be glowing. Otherwise, it's just a really neon bright model, which does look baller all on its own. So I definitely don't recommend doing the whole model because then you lose the object source. Hands glowing, face glowing down on the chest. It's a really easy technique. We might cover it in a live stream. It's especially with an airbrush. It's not hard at all. Dirty Sheets Mesquite, name the Death Star members after the Wu-Tang Clan. So, yeah, I feel like that might be a thing too. Ghostface Killer will be obviously is gonna be Zadstroke. Cata couples, I have a question for you. If you if you up bad, what do you do if you fuck up bad? Oh, okay, word. I don't know why there's a filter on. If you fuck up bad, what do you do if you realize it right away? Lick the model. I use spit for sure. Spit is really go to. A sponge is really good. Honestly, like the soft sponges that you get inside of like some sprues, like inside of here, like that soft sponge material that comes in this blister, literally just like watered down. But also, you know what's tight is I seal coat my models every step of the way, varnish them, and I even use this Vallejo gloss acrylic. Once I lay down a solid fucking airbrush on all my models that I'm working on, I'll go through and gloss coat them, dog. Let it dry for a day, then come back to it, matte coat them. But this lets you really like scrape a fuck up off if you gloss coat them kind of in the early stages of your airbrushing. Sublime Silence, old rusty bastard. Oh my god! Oh, it's so good. How come it, motherfuckers? You all. This is all on you guys. How are we gonna be in a stream for literally almost an hour and just come up with old rusty bastard, dirty sheets mesquites? How did you not see that earlier? Like old rusty bastard, obviously is the name of that guy. We suck. I just want you all to realize we collectively suck. Um, yep. Best damn name, right, Mike? All right, let's jump on and do this buzzsaw real quick, guys. Leave you guys with some buzzsaw tech. So you guys remembered earlier in the stream, we let me get up close. Um, Zoom in for you guys. Get that focus right. Get that lighting right. This is all the moving parts. Like I wish I could just command it. Okay, so as I showed you, we dry brushed this. Actually, it was painted it was painted in a random metallic. I washed it black, dry brushed it a brighter metallic, streaky, and we just put that typhus corrosion down on there. This is what we have now. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this steel color right here, mainly because it's the first color I grabbed. We're gonna pour a little bit out. Sorry for being out of focus, but I'll bring it right back in when I hold it up. Ancient Chinese technique right here. This shirt right here, literally, this is my painting shirt uniform. Like I have like 5 of these. This is a quick dry brush palette. That's in case you guys didn't see me doing that. Just dry brush. So we're gonna pick up some of this steel right here. Use our ancient Chinese technique right here, dry brush shirt. And now we're gonna dry brush over this typhus corrosion just a little bit, because there's texture to it, like I said. Now look at that. It's fucking baller. Look at that. Baller. And now I'm going to do a little bit of little juicing on this since we got our palette right. Like I said, I think this is up, so we're going to focus on up. Just juicing it in. And so what's cool is like that typhus corrosion really does absorb that RZA rust when it's watered down. There it is. And the fun thing is when you're a rustologist, you can kind of just, sense where the rust needs to go. Like I just let my brush do the talking here. I went to school for 10 years to get my PhD. At, I want to say KBU, Killer Bees University. So that's the first pass with the juicing technique right here. And so far, so good. We got a nice little weathered buzzsaw here. And like I said, when it dries, you can just go back in and just juice it again. Sorry, you have no idea. This is so hard. I'm like looking at looking at the screen. Like, oh, I need to get a better setup. But that's what's up right there. The more coats, the more bright it's gonna get. Like I showed you on the exhaust port here. Let me show you guys again. When we came in and we just dry brushed that RZA Rust on the back exhaust port. And this is kind of, I mean, like, and this is what we're at, this is where we're at today. Like, also a good spot to juice is in there. See how that fan belt? Let me show you how it looks on the other one. Look at that. That didn't take no time at all. You see what I'm saying? Just went in there and just juiced it. He's got his buzz saw. He's looking fresh. But yeah, that's where we're at today, guys. I'll clear out the Q&A for a few more minutes, and then before I go back to work, I am actually, like I said, I only get to work on the Orks like a little bit today, and maybe tonight I'll stay up late and work on them. That's kind of like my deal. But right now I'm working on the Eugene. Here's the old tag. Now look, this is a huge difference in sculpt. I mean, look how just buster this guy looks. This is the first gen, essentially the Rogue Trader. He's a work in progress, obviously. He's just got his base coats established. This guy's like Rogue Trader era, basically, at this point for Infinity models. And this model is legitimately this model. Like that, this is the new era. Like it's the same guy. I mean, look at this difference. I mean, it's so ridiculous. And if you guys look on his base, a little bit of that RZA Rust, a little bit of that Kyphus corrosion. This is the corpse of a Panosha dude. And like I said, real soon on Patreon already, you can see the videos. But we have a tutorial on this base on how to pin those. I've got a tutorial already out on Patreon on how to paint this yellow. Then already how to paint this power sword. Then I'm already in the production phases and editing phases of taking this to the tabletop. That video might already... Did I finish that video? God, I think I did. Yeah, no, we got the power sword on this and how to take this to the tabletop standard. Like essentially, let me show you guys. Like this is tabletop. You could put this on the table, right? At any tournament. So I show you how to take him to that level in a video, and then the new video I'm working on right now is how to take it to the next level. So we have a 4-part series. In each part of the series focuses on its own thing. It's not like just a continuation, like, now we're done with, halfway done. No, we hit a stopping point. We show you how to do a piece every stage of the way. So let me put the Orks back on camera. I'm gonna jump back in the Q&A, show you our beautiful, beautiful group of guys right here so far. That's what we got. That's where we're at. I'll Q&A for a few more minutes before we part our ways. Okay. Where we at? Okay, this is where we left off. Still one more name. Hey man, we got there in the end. That's like my battle cry in sex whenever I'm having sex. I'm lying, I've never had sex. Cat of Couples, I wish his stream longer than an hour. Yo, for real, I literally wish I could stream all day. The thing is like I got a commission schedule to maintain, you know what I'm saying? The goal is to get this thing so automated though that we can stream. Like me and Zev, aka the moderator, Chaotic Gaming, Couples Gaming. Check out their stream, by the way. They got a great streaming Couples Gaming. I love it. But we do have plans to build a structured show that might be 5 hours and break it into like intensive segments and then the Q&A segments. We're working on this. Like this is only the 6th time I think we've streamed maybe. I don't know who this is directed at, but it's Tem Perkle. Couple of mistakes. What I see people do with the glows is that they forget to paint the glow to the terrain. That's a great move. Yeah, that's a great point. Sublime Silence. I see no reason why he can't get past the Giant Waffle in stream views. He's much better painter. I don't even know who Giant Waffle is, but now I got to figure it out. I know you guys are talking about me. Absinthe, my boy. You said you airbrush Vallejo gloss varnish down between steps, right? How do you clean the stuff out of the brush? I used it once, and it took forever to get my brush clean. You guys like how I did that inflection? Absinthe, you sound whiny. Check it out. Go to my YouTube channel and literally follow my airbrush maintenance guide. Nothing ever gets stuck in my airbrush because my airbrush exists. Now look at the small camera. It exists in a perpetual state of moistness. It's always in airbrush cleaning solution phase down. It literally nothing dries in there. That's simple, brother. That's simple. Absinthe, I was just teasing. You didn't sound whiny. But you did. Can a couple gaming at next level painting. Painting yellow is so tough. You're like, oh, I did that too? That reminds me of a DACA thread that I just put up the other day. Now you guys should go check it out. I put up a DACA thread titled "Painting Yellow is so hard," and it's got a lot of views but no comments. And of course, I posted the gallery pictures of that yellow Eugene tag, and the pictures came out fresh. I'm not gonna lie, those pictures look great, right? And like obviously, I know people clicked on it. They're like, "Yeah, painting yellow is hard," and then they see this amazing yellow model, like, "Man, fuck this guy." Um, Like I definitely trolled a little bit with that title. Painting yellow is hard, and that's why we're doing the tutorials. There's many ways to paint yellow. Um, Buying an airbrush is step one. So definitely, the videos aren't out on YouTube just yet. They're still on Patreon. They're still up in the Hall of Veterans. If you're a big baller, $20 patron, you're getting 3 weeks access. Everyone else is getting 2 weeks access to all my videos that I edit. Oxford, that's what I'm calling you now. Could you explain the blue windscreen? Oh, word. Yeah, I'll do that real quick. So let me get that focus right for you guys. That's the window. It's just, we just threw a little bit of Prussian blue, wet blended, a little bit of the blue, green, and white back into it, and then we just drew a couple scratches on the window. That's simple. Just to kind of give it an effect. Like I like some scratches, and also there's some bad mold lines in there that I think are intended to be scratches. We just kind of traced them out. That easy. Now, obviously, we did a different thing for the canopy tutorial we did last I think two streams ago. Still one more name. Hollywood great acting skills from Kenny there. You don't even. Yo, official. This is official. Like, don't tell anyone, but I'm gonna be in Bad Boys 3. Like, it's on the books. They're gonna film me here. I'm gonna be an extra in that movie. There's no way they can keep me off that lot. Oxford. Okay, it's on YouTube. I'll look back. Thanks. Absinthe. And I'm a sister. Absinthe. Are you a lady? You have to tell us if you are. It's the law. I think that's a law. Dirty Sheets Mesquites. Bad Boys 3 extra right there. Yo, for real. There's no way. Like, it's happening. Like, I have to have that happen. I think we're winding down, guys. Views are dropping off. We had a rough start there. That was on me for trying to get ambitious with the YouTube stream technology. I'll tell you straight up, it's a hot pile of garbage. Stream.com is trying to they're trying to create like a VOD marketplace for people to like do what we do on the Long War, Veterans of the Long War page, the longwar.net. They're trying to create a VOD version of that. Like, hell, literally $50 a month, you get this version of it, but you have to pay a year up front. That's the cheapest, right? And it's just crap. You get no features, man, Not happy with it. Looks like we're still trying to get some of our Nightbot commands in. Sick. Yo, don't forget. Thank you guys for the donations tonight. Appreciate it. Even Zed, man, you didn't have to, but I appreciate it, my brother. Like I said, if you guys haven't checked out Chaotic Couples Gaming, check them out. Good friends of the show. We go way back in the day. We used to kick it in Virginia, go to Guar concerts together, and drink 40s. I lied. We drank Smirnoff Ices, but we like to tell everyone we drank 40s. Oh, we got our Nightbot commands working. Appreciate it. All right, man, guys. You guys stay icy. Keep it real. I'm gonna end this. If you guys came in real late, you'll be able to check this out on YouTube by today.